Titled My High School Sweetheart and I Were Married for 20 Years. Then I found out what she did behind my back. Hi Reddit, I'm still shaking as I write this. Maybe putting this out into the void will help me process it. My name is Ethan, 42 million, and I've been with my wife, Emma, 41F, since we were teenagers. We met in sophomore year at a high school in the Valley. She sat next to me in history class, and I was hooked from the first time she rolled her eyes at Mr. Garner's monotone lecture about the Great Depression. We were the cliche couple, prom king and queen, yearbook photos, handwritten letters in our lockers. We went to UCLA together, got married at 22, and built a life in Los Angeles. I work in real estate. She's a nurse. We raised two amazing kids, our daughter Lily, 17, and our son Caleb, 14. I thought we had the kind of love that lasted forever. I was wrong. It started about a year ago. Emma became distant. She picked up extra shifts at the hospital. She was constantly on her phone, smiling at texts I wasn't privy to. She stopped initiating affection, and our date nights slowly disappeared. I chalked it up to stress. The pandemic had been rough, especially on healthcare workers. I wanted to be patient, supportive. Then things got weird. She started wearing perfume again, one I hadn't smelled in years. She'd come home late with her hair done and no real explanation. One night I went to hug her and she flinched, like my touch was foreign. I confronted her. She denied everything, told me I was being paranoid and insecure. I wanted to believe her, but something in my gut wouldn't let it go. So I did what I swore I'd never do. I snooped. I checked our phone bill and noticed one number kept popping up, dozens of times a day. I called it. A man answered. His name was Daniel. Said he didn't know an Emma and hung up immediately. Red flag number one. I hired a PI. I felt disgusting, like I was betraying her. But deep down, I already knew the truth. What the PI found gutted me. She'd been seeing someone for months. His name was Daniel. And here's the kicker. He wasn't just anyone. He was my best friend from high school, the guy who introduced us. Daniel moved back to LA about 2 years ago. We had reconnected over drinks once, and I even invited him to our home. He brought wine. My wife smiled at him in a way I hadn't seen in years. I thought nothing of it at the time. Turns out they reconnected behind my back. One thing led to another. They'd been meeting at hotels. She told him she felt trapped, that our marriage was comfortable but dead, that I didn't excite her anymore. She told him things I never knew she thought, that I was boring, predictable, too nice. She stayed with me for stability, for the kids, because the house was under my name, because I did the taxes and she didn't want to start over. The final straw, she wasn't going to leave me. She wanted to keep up the facade, have her respectable family life during the day, and sneak around behind my back at night. I found messages between them where she called me clueless and a walking wallet. I confronted her the night I got the final report. She didn't cry. She didn't apologize. She said, "I knew you'd find out eventually." I asked her if she loved him. She paused and then said, "He makes me feel alive." I packed a bag, moved into a hotel in Santa Monica, told the kids I needed space. I didn't tell them why yet. Not until I figure out what the hell I'm going to do next. I feel like the last 20 years of my life were a lie. The girl I gave my heart to at 17 grew into someone I don't even recognize. I keep wondering if there was a moment I missed, a fork in the road where things changed and I just kept walking like an idiot. I'm meeting a lawyer next week. The house, ironically, is in my name. So is the savings account. I tried to be generous in our marriage. Turns out that made me a target. I don't know what comes next, but I know this. I'll never ignore my gut again. If you made it this far, thanks for reading. I don't need advice. I just needed to tell someone. Anyone. Because I don't recognize my life anymore.